Hello, hello, and welcome to HobbyMaker. I'm Rosie Wells. It is wonderful to be here with you, and we've got an amazing lineup. It's midweek madness, some might say. We're going to be starting the show with Phill Martin. I'll explain about that in a moment. Phill Martin is here with a brand new collection from Sentimentally Yours. There has just been a huge reaction to this online, and I'm so excited we get to bring it to you here today at HobbyMaker. He's going to be with us in a moment's time. So that's happening at 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, we've got Tim Holtz's Paper Vintage with Sizzix. Pete is here. Oh my goodness. It's so divine. Honestly, you're going to fall in love with them. Really, really excited for this. So Pete will be here at 2 o'clock and you're just going to be, honestly, so inspired. It's very exciting. 3 o'clock, we've got another fabulous launch, our brand new Miniature Village collection, which launched yesterday with Creative Expressions. And James, he is here to take us through. Very close to selling out yesterday, so we've managed to do a little bit of wangling. 4 o'clock, Sentimentally Yours is back with Phill. And then 5 more from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. 6 o'clock, we've got a returning favourite because Creative Expressions Sue Wilson Floral Cover Plate Collection is back. That flew out the door when it launched, so very excited that's back here. 7 o'clock, we've got the Paper Vintage with Sizzix. Paper Vintage with Sizzix. Then 8 o'clock, Stencil Up Return with William Morris Inspired Letters and more. So do you know what? God, I'm a bit out of breath reading all of that. Phill, in you come. How are you, my darling? You okay?
Good afternoon.
We were laughing earlier, weren't we? Because Phill, because he's a double L.
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours.
Not 6.
Not 6. Bit overboard, but you know. Oh my goodness, this collection.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
It's
when you see
stunning.
what you can actually do with these stamps as well. Remember, you're all kind of getting used to me now and know that I bring you collections that do more.
Yeah.
They don't just do
and
what
they build.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
So what these do is these give you lots and lots of scope to be really creative. So I'll talk to you a little bit more when you come over to me and explain to you what was in my head when I'll try to explain what was in my head when I was designing these.
Because, I mean, these are 2 completely different cards. I mean, this is what's so exciting.
We've basically got the 2 medallions give you a floral one and they give you a vintage one. I'm not going to say masculine because it's vintage, yeah? So you've kind of got everybody covered, the girls, the boys, and everybody in between, yeah? Yes. So everybody is covered. But what these do, you can use the medallions on their own. You can use the medallions then with the coins. So the sentiment coins are designed to fit in that centre part of the medallion. So straight away, when you look at how many different sentiment coins you've got the possibilities are just endless. And you team that with whatever colour theme you're going with. You might want to do the floral one in pinks and purples or yellows or reds or whatever. And then it just keeps on building. Oops, I've just knocked that over. Building and building.
That's my job.
Yeah, that's your job to make a set. And it just keeps on building and building and building. And the things that you can do, you will never ever put these away. When I did my Facebook Live on Monday evening to show everybody these, I did 2 demos. I did the same card with each of the medallions, which I will show you in a second. And they look completely different. And for me as a card maker, stamps that do more than what you think they're going to do are worth it.
Well, that's how your value is, isn't it? Because it just keeps on growing with you. I mean, you can tell your design team love them.
That one look. I'm going to say this once.
Okay.
So remember when I came the first time and I bought you the lead differently dies?
Yeah.
So you can use these medallions with your lead differently dies and change the shape of them. So that is actually one of the medallions, the Floral Curio medallion. Yeah.
Fabulous.
But cut in a different shape.
Cut in a different way. Yeah. It's such a gorgeous collection.
When I come back in 2 weeks' time, I may have a handful, and I mean a handful, of the lead differently series 1.
Ooh.
Just giving you a heads up, everybody. Yeah.
Maybe a handful.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's teasing, that is. That's teasing.
Sorry.
Now, what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you our website because you're going to find absolutely everything that's coming up on the show with Phill today. If you click on Watch Live at hobbymaker.com, okay, and then you'll scroll down. Why do I always freeze in such? We've had loads of these freeze frames this morning. Everything is on there for you. If the price drops, you will pay the final low price. So please, if you're needing to stock up, if you need, oh my gosh, the glitter, the Dazzle glitter refill, it's back, oh my word, but go and grab it. You see, all of this is here for you, those fabulous watercolour brush pens as well, the essential tool sets there. All of this is there. And it's all included in your 1P&P. So if you know that you're about to run out of your embossing powders, or if you know that you want to come and get some more, you know, of your watercolour card, anything like that, it's all there for you on our website, okay? And if you want anything else from Phill, Phill also has a Sentimentally Yours brand page on our HobbyMaker website, okay? So all of it's included in your 1P&P, so it's really exciting.
Fabulous.
But listen, are you ready? Because this is absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. It's already going on the website, Phill.
Right.
It's a brand new launch.
Right, here we go.
Oh, just trust me when I say this is flying out of the door. Zara, you were straight in, checked straight out. You're the first person to get this home today. Well done to you. And there is an absolute torrent of people coming through on the phone lines as well. Phill launched this on Monday and it completely sold out. What you had, hundreds of people missed out.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I do, so the routine is whenever I do a new release here on HobbyMaker, I do a sneaky peek, like a pre-order kind of thing on the Monday evening on my live to introduce you to the collection, because I get more time, basically.
Yeah, of course.
And we've sold out. So this is the only place you can get these at the moment. Yeah, okay.
That's it. Did you hear Kat then?
Eh?
You said you got more time because you didn't have me whispering on. How rude.
No, it basically means I can do one card in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Actually, I did 2. So can I talk to you then about what you're actually getting?
Please do.
So I'm going to pop the coins to one side. Remember, you've got 5 A5 stamp sets in this collection. This collection is huge. I don't know how many individual stamps there are, but maybe Kat can count them for me. So what you've got here, to make 93 stamps.
93 stamps.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
So let's talk about these stamps. I'm going to turn them over and I'll tell you the size. Oh, these are obviously mine. These have been used. So I'm going to turn them over and talk to you about what the medallions are first. So basically, the medallions were designed after the coins, yeah?
Okay.
So I know that this centre section here will house all of the coins that are in this collection. Amazing. And indeed any of my Just Saying stamps that you saw when I was here the first time, and indeed anybody else's circle sentiments that might fit in there. So straight away you know that you can use these all these different ways when you mix and match them with the coins, okay? So we've got 2 themes. I'm very conscious now when I design collections of stamps to make sure it covers as many people as I possibly can. So we've got the floral one. Now, remember when I was here a few weeks ago with the Floral Curios Cascading Frame stamps? This will coordinate now with the Floral Curios Cascading Frame stamps that I brought you last time I was here. So now we are expanding older collections of stamps, again, with new collections of stamps. And so we've got the floral one there. What are all these little things here? Let's have a look. So let's tell you what this is. So these 3 little stitched borders here are so you can do your circle, die cut it, and then you know the little scraps of card you've got when you're matting and layering and you end up with bits left over. You can use these to do a stitched border at the top and bottom, tuck it underneath your circle and you've created a border. But then we can elevate that even more by using all these little border stamps that coordinate with the medallion. So you've got left facing and right facing. So you know I'm a little bit of a, what's the right word? I'm particular. Yeah. So left facing, right facing. But you can use these to do backgrounds, to do corners, to do smaller embellishments, and so on and so forth. So that is the Floral Curios one. The circle, just in case you're wondering, it's just under 12.5 centimetres.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's perfect for 6x6 cards and anything up. Remember, these will fit perfectly in my circle dies, but circle dies are circle dies. If you've got another brand, you're almost certain to have one that will fit
work.
in these.
Oh,
yeah?
brilliant.
So then we move away from the floral one and we'll look at the vintage paraphernalia one. So this is one that's got the postmarks in.
So beautiful.
It's got the compass in there, it's got watermarks in there, it's got clocks and things in there. But then, same again, but when I did the borders, look, because I know we don't need a left facing and a right facing, you've actually got 6 different little borders there. Yeah.
Brilliant.
These stamps just keep on giving. The things you're going to be able to do with these are just ridiculous. The stitching borders are different to the ones in the Floral Curio one. Mix and match. Yeah, mix and match, yeah.
Because
so
you've
that
got
is
so many options just
and that's
for
just
that.
that's just
And
the
that's
medallions.
Just that, yeah.
That's just the medallions. If I show you in a little bit more detail, which is the easiest one to see, probably this one.
Perfect.
So if I show you
is it all right, Phill, just to say, if you do just want the medallion stamps, those 2 sets, they're on screen right now. So we do have that
Don't
smaller
do it.
bundle. But yeah, you want it all. You want it all.
You need the coins because it's when you put the whole thing together. So if you look at this stamp in a little bit more detail, we've actually got 2 designs in here. You've got the outer one with the floral element, and then we've got the inner one with the leafy element, yeah?
So can you mask those and mix
You can. So you get your circle dies. Even if you fussy cut, if you haven't got any circle dies, look at how thick I've made the borders on the outer and the inner, yeah? It doesn't matter if you're rubbish at fussy cutting, because I am.
Okay.
Yeah, you can literally fussy cut these out and create decoupaged lead circle medallions. They just look stunning.
So good.
So that is the
And
medallions.
that stitched border in the centre goes with the borders around the edges as well, doesn't
yeah.
it? It's so much detail.
So now let's
Lovely.
bring in the sentiment coins, because this is what puts the whole thing together. These are going to be worth the weight in gold because you're going to use them so many different ways. Remember, you're going to see me demo these, hopefully 4 demos, in completely different ways, yeah? So now how can we enhance these medallions? Well, all these sentiments is how you do it. So we've got all these different circle sentiments, yeah? So straight away, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 24.
24?
Yeah, so
24.
that's 24 different sentiments for this one.
Wow.
24 different sentiments for this one. That's 48 different ways you can use it. But then, when you start mixing and matching the little sentiments with these sentiment coins, the list is literally endless. So let me just flip these over and show you what these are all about. There are 3 in this release. There's the essentials, which is your happy birthday, your best wishes, etc. So you've got a 5 centimetre sentiment coin, all with different borders, look. So they've all got different outer edges, but they all coordinate with the medallions, yeah? You'll notice the middle part is left empty, so you can stamp your coin, die cut your coin, you can pop one of the small sentiments in to finish it off. So you could do happy birthday with the coin, and then you could put to you in the middle, or you could put with love, or enjoy, or have fun. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Good.
I don't just do sentiments and that's it.
Yeah.
I do more. So that is the essential one. We've then got the occasional, which has your anniversary, special couple, so sorry, thank you so much. Flick it over. I haven't finished yet with what you can do with these, by the way. I'm just talking about the sentiments. Another thing you'll notice is it's the same font. So we've got the same font throughout the series of 3, so you definitely can mix and match. That is your occasional. And then possibly my favourite is the motivational one, because when you don't want to say happy birthday or best wishes, or you just want something positive, these will give you that. And again, all of these little sentiments, let me flick it over, will coordinate with the other 2 sets. So the way you can mix and match these is just mind-blowing. You'll never.
And then you've got all these tiny little stamps with the flowers, the
and
stars.
those little tiny stamps that we've just spotted. So all these little tiny stamps, and there are little tiny stamps in every one of these. So where you've got a gap between the sentiments,
oh, clever.
So where you've got a gap between the sentiments, you might put you're awesome and want to put a little star on either side, yeah?
Nice.
Where we've needed a left facing and a right facing, I've put you a left facing and a right facing as well. So then when you start mixing the sentiments with the coins, mixing the sentiments with the coins with the little extra embellishments, and then mixing them with the medallions, literally you are going to be...
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It's such a brilliant selection. If you want the trio of coin selections, you can go for that now. It's on screen, £46.47. Your code is TEHW21. However, I mean, it just is a no-brainer. The way that this works together, the fact that you've got so many possibilities, that'll just keep on going. And of course, you know as well with Phill, with Sentimentally Yours, you know, any collection that comes out in future will help build. You know, everything is about longevity. You've got a collection here that you will use forever. It's phenomenal. At £69.70, and you've got it all. This is the one the vast majority of you are going for. You can also get this collection home on split pay. So we've cut that price in half for you. totally interest-free, and you can just split it across 2 months, which does help, doesn't it? Especially with Christmas on the way and things like that. But what a fantastic Christmas gift this might be for you, but also for friends, for family. If you've got a craft group, imagine having this and seeing the different ways that you can come up with different ideas. And not just on cards, you think about your boxes, you think about wall art as well, with those beautiful, positive sayings as well, and affirmations. You can use those in beautiful things for the wall as well, gift bags, all your little tags as well. I love the idea of using your little
and remember, these circles just keep on giving. Remember, a circle can be cut in half, so you can have them on either side of the page. You can cut the circles in 4 and create corners. There's just so many different...
But I love what you were saying about using your different die, nesting dies as well, and creating different shapes.
And it doesn't have to be mine. I mean, obviously, I've designed these to fit with my circle dies, but it doesn't have to be mine. If you've got circle dies at home, odds are they are going to help you cut these out. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, I fussy cut some of these elements out myself, and I'm the worst at fussy cutting. My circles look like ovals when I finish. But if you look at the cards here that we're looking at, that Rose is showing you, look how different these all are. That's just using the coin. There's no medallion on there. That's using the medallion, the one that you... the medallion cut with a centre cut out as an aperture to give you a different look with one of the new texture dies behind it. Little embellishment stamps used for the borders. Do you see, as a card maker, these are worth their weight in gold. You will never, ever get bored with them.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? And they just look really, really beautiful. They look really interesting. Every time you look, you see something new. There's so much detail. There's so much intricacy in here as well. I mean, look at this. How gorgeous. You could almost make it like a little record as well. You could be the, you know...
If you wanted to. I think for me as well, because we've got the 2 themes, it's not just a... I mean, you know me for pretty cards, but you've got both themes, so you've got everybody covered. I love pretty cards and shabby chic and that kind of look. But one of the demos we are doing is a slightly more masculine version with the paraphernalia one. So,
and the vintage one's amazing because it's travel. I mean, little postcards and all those lovely letters that you might have sent. You can create magical things.
And as daft as it sounds, the small stamps that are in the medallion sets, they're worth the weight in gold as well, because you're going to do backgrounds, you're going to do your corners with them, you're going to decorate your die cuts with them and your flower die cuts, and so many different ways you can use them.
That's it. I love the card we've just seen there. Michaela was just panning down that. It almost looks like buttons. You know, they're so beautiful. Really, really fantastic. And I can't wait, do you know what, to see this in action. If you've got any questions, by the way, if you want to know anything about the collection, if you've got any questions for Phill, we are live and we are interactive, so you can message in at any stage during the show. We're live till 9 p.m. this evening. Before we get stuck into a demo, and we are going to get 2 in, we absolutely are, but we've got to bring these beautiful texture die collections in, because they're really stunning.
So these are the latest in my texture die series. I've done quite a few over the years, and they're always incredibly popular. You may have noticed, as Rosie was showing you samples there, that some of these texture dies were behind the apertures with these stamps. So these work really, really well together. Now remember, all my not that one. Not that one, is this one. I keep 2 on an A5 magnetic.
It's this one, isn't it? I'll pop.
So you've got the 3. This is the very first time these have been seen as well, apart from my live on Monday evening. So you've got the filigree hearts. These are all A6-ish size texture dies, So filigree hearts, and this is how the filigree hearts cuts, and they cut like an absolute dream,
Wow.
So use them behind your apertures, chop them down to create smaller embellishments, borders and what have you. But the detail in these is incredible. You can even, if you've got the patience, which I very rarely have, you can paper piece with these.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So that is the filigree hearts. Remember, you get yours on an A6 magnetic storage sheet as well.
$14.99, that's a lot of metal for $14.99, isn't it?
A6 piece.
Incredible.
My favourite, I'm going to tell you now, this is my favourite. So Floral Ink, I'm covering this one up because I've got 2 on my sheet. So Floral Ink is my favourite from this release. You will notice that this coordinates with Floral Finery Series 2. So if you've got Floral Finery Series 2, the flower dies, this flower shape coordinates with that release as well. And this one does look amazing when it's been paper pieced, And then the last one is the brick wall. So I've brought you I always bring 3 at a time with the texture dies, So the last one is the brick wall, which you will see me using on one of my demos, in the background, actually, of a card, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and look, I've got a lovely
you
example
go.
of that as well. Lee says, please can you tell me the size of the individual bricks in the die, please? I need a 1 to 12 scale brickwork for dolls' houses. Sorry for the odd question. I like that
That's
question,
a very
Lee.
good
It's
question.
a great
I can
question.
tell you the size. I've got the wrong glasses on. I need to change my glasses because I can't.
There we go. Let me have a little look.
You can tell I've been crafting forever and a day because I can't.
Actual size, 141 mil by 98 is the size of the die.
That's it. The actual. Oh, I've not got a ruler with me. Have you got a ruler, Pete? No. Let me just have it. Let's just hazard a guess.
We'll find out. We'll find out for you. Emma also says, hi Phil, you asked me to remind you about customising to mention on the show. Customising.
What did I mean, Em? I can't remember.
Is it possible to customise this collection?
I can't remember what I meant. I think it was when we talk about the stamps and customising them to the person that you're sending the card to. So, for example, if I was sending you a card, for example, I might use a little heart. Whereas if I was sending my brother a card, well, I might change my mind. Whereas if I was sending it to my brother or somebody else, I might use the stars. So you can completely customise how you use these stamps to the person you're sending the card to.
I also love the fact, and I will just show you, just using the hearts as an idea, because look, you've got, and actually this one's used with the flowers too, but this is 3 different ways of using the hearts. So you've got it used as a border, do you see in the middle? You've got it used as corners on the yellow one here, and then you've just got that beautiful texture in the background on the silver card as well.
Yeah.
So they're amazing. Now they're all available individually. They're $14.99 each. We don't have you chuckling about over there. Yeah. Have you measured anything that small before, Phil?
Because Kat's just giving me a tape measure, and I still can't see what's on.
Do you want me to come here? Come here. I'll have a go.
See.
So,
I wonder if I can make any cards that look half decent, honestly.
They are just under 2 centimetres. They're about 1.8 mil.
So that's the length of the.
That's the length.
Height.
By. Having to close one eye here. What are you laughing at, Adam? Adam's laughing at me. About 3/4 centimetre. I don't know why it helps closing one eye like that.
So funny.
Does everyone do that? Oh no, just over half. Yeah, about just over ½ centimetre wide. Okay, and Lisa has just said. Lisa said there's a ruler on you guys.
There absolutely is. There absolutely is. I'm looking at it underneath. But
well, here we go. There we are. I hope that helps, Lee.
Well, I hope that made sense. Right.
Should we get started into a demo? Because we're going to get 2 in today, aren't we, Phil?
Let's get on with the card. Right, so we are doing probably the most elaborate of the 4 demos that I'm doing today as an 8x8 easel card. So
nice.
The thing that I love the most about these stamps is just how much you can do with them.
Yeah.
Now, remember, I've been crafting for a long time. A long time. Pete's laughing because he probably knows how many years it is, but I'm not going to say.
Many years. Just stick with many years.
So now stamps really have to work hard for me as a designer and as a crafter, as a card maker.
Cool.
So I've done loads and loads of the pre-prep here just to show you what I mean. Now this is the Floral Curios medallion that I've stamped here, and I've used 2 distress oxides for this. You know, I like to do yellow and orange tones. I love yellow and orange tones on cards. This is Rusty Hinge and this is Mustard Seed. So we're going to make this into an 8x8 easel card. So when you think about circles after squares are probably the most used shape on our cards ever. Wow. So these really are something that you're going to use a lot. So we've created the medallion already, and I've already laid that up. I've used my debossed double stitch circle dies to cut them out. And if I just show you, can you see the outer edge?
Oh, yeah.
So I would advise you to stamp these and cut them out afterwards. If I get time, which I might not on this show, but I might do on the 4 o'clock show, I'm going to show you how to line them up because it's super easy. But this die has left me a little white edge, so it's perfect. You cannot really do this wrong. And do you know what? Do you know if it moves a little bit through when you're doing it through your machine? Just glitter the edge like I have done. It covers a multitude of sins. So let's, which you will never know from my cards because I don't show you close-ups. So we're going to create, remember when I talked to you about the borders? So we're going to create a little border that coordinates with the floraling. not the Floral Link, the Floral Curios one. So in the set of stamps, I've got 3 choices, which, again, value. Choices are so important to me. I might want to pick out the daisy detail from that stamp. I might want to pick out the small flower detail, which is probably what I'm going to do from that stamp. So, or I might want to pick out the leaves. So this is not me dictating to you what you can and can't do. Let's do the small flowers. So remember, I do have a left facing and a right facing, which is, I know it's a little bit finicky, but that's just me.
But I like that though, because you've got that symmetry and it gives you the
and it
chance
just makes
to
it
do
easy.
It.
And remember years ago when I first started designing my own products, I did it because I couldn't find the things that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I always assumed that because I'm a little bit finicky, other people might be a little bit finicky and want things that coordinate.
Yeah.
And it's my job to make that easier for you.
You're not finicky, you just know what you like and there's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
well,
with
I like
that.
to make the job easy as well. Crafting should be fun. If I can take the stress out of it, that's my job. Right, so we're just going to do, I know I only need to do the outer edges of this look, yeah, because we're not going to see the middle. When you're doing two-tone with Distress Oxides, do the light colour first. We are doing two-tone. I am using my circle blocks because it's easier.
They're available on the web right now.
And I'm just adding a little bit of random rusty hinge there, and we're going to stamp this just off the edge. I might do 2. Yeah, I might do 2 just to cover us. So this is, I've not even used the medallion yet. I've already done that just because I knew it would take me forever. Yeah. So let's just get, I'm going to do 2 just so it covers us in case I do go off centre. I need to just clean that stamp because you know I clean as I go.
Very good. Do you do that in the kitchen as well, Phil?
Sorry?
Do you do that in the kitchen as well?
I'm clean as I go wherever.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
good.
my
That's
nature.
good.
Yeah. And I think for me with crafting, I do it because I'm fed up of losing small stamps. So if you clean and put them away when you're finished, you know you're not going to lose them. So we've now not even used the medallion. I know I've already done it, but we are just creating a coordinating edge. And that's marvellous that we can do that. So just always do your lighter colour first. And I'm sorry, Tim, if you're watching. I know I'm contaminating my pads, but that's what they're for.
We all do it. We all do it.
So we've now got our little border that coordinates. If I wanted to, I'm not going to do it because I do want to get the other demos done, but can you see now, if I brought in my little stitched borders, I can do top and bottom on the stitched, or I can do it with the line, or I can do it with the stitched and the line. So again, changing what you can do with them, yeah.
Brilliant.
Very clever.
Very clever.
It's because I want things to work hard for me. I just, stamps particularly, I never want you to put my stamps in a drawer.
That's it. And we, you know, we can see that with the collections that you've brought here, Phil, how they can complement each other, how they can work, how they can build, you know.
And remember, I said, for those of you that saw me when I was here for the very first time, and for those of you that managed to get the small sentiment stamps that I did, they're just saying, the majority of those will fit inside your medallions as well. So, again, more use. And I love that. I love that we can bring in, although they're not even old, are they? They're only a couple of months old, but things that I've released in the past that coordinate with things that are new.
That's it, and it gives everything a new lease of life then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It breathes
absolutely.
new life into it, and you can find new ways, there's always inspiration.
And I know from feedback from the people in my Facebook group that is what they value that. So let's just pop this on the bottom as our stopper. I've done my sentiment coin, but I haven't done the inside part, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's just put some foam tape on here.
Yeah, do message in. You know, what do you love about Sentimentally Yours? Have you started crafting with this collection already since Monday? You know, let us know.
No, nobody's got it yet.
They've not got it yet.
Nobody's got it yet, no.
They've come in for it, but they've not. It's 93 stamps here for £69.70. So there's so much to play with, so much to just enjoy, really get your teeth into it. You know, you can take them when you're going away as well, can't you? You know, take your stamps with you on. Yeah. You know, if you're scrapbooking, if you're journaling, if you're creating something beautiful for their home.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely. So this is obviously an easel card, so this is going to be my stopper. And because I know I'm using a circle on here as my stopper, I've moved the border just a little bit below halfway, just so you know. That's just me being...
That sparkle looks amazing.
I mean, look how fab that looks. This is an 8x8 card, by the way. So let's just get some foam tape on the back of this. Little tip for you when you do this, because I've made this mistake so many times. Turn it the other way around. And I know the foam tape just needs to be on the bottom half of that.
Ah, that's
I've done it so many times where I've put foam tape where it didn't need to be. This is why when I was prepping this, well, when I was prepping all my demos, I'm like, right, over prep. In my mind, prep more than you would do normally because we never have enough time, so that's what I've done.
I believe in you, Phill. I think you're going to smash it today. 4 demos done.
And 4 completely different looking ones as well. So I wanted to show you that you can make these super elaborate, which this is going to be when we're finished. Let's just make sure I've got that in the right place. So circles on a square card, perfect look, perfect fit. I've got the quintessentially quilted embossing folder with the circle, and I think the checkered with the circle works really, really well.
Doesn't it?
So I've got my sentiment all ready for the middle of here, so I'm going to pop that straight in. What I haven't done is my sentiment for the bottom part, which we are going to do now. So a little bit of glue, just in case I need to wiggle it. Everybody likes to wiggle it a little bit.
Wiggle,
Can you see as well that I fussy cut this circle?
Oh, have you?
I have, yeah. So
you said you were, you said you were terrible at fussy cutting.
I am.
It's like you've done a great job there.
I've cut off, I've gone right to the very edge, whereas if you do this on the circle die, let me show you. If you do that on the circle die, you get the stitching detail. Can you see?
Ah, lovely.
So again, choices. So let's just pop Sending Sunshine in the middle of there. And because I've cut that out, fussy cut it rather than die cut, it means I actually see the stitching detail now on the middle of the medallion. So we've done that. We need to do a complementary sentiment for the bottom. So we've got choices. Actually, do you know what? I'm not. I'm going to leave that plain. We're going to do a mini sentiment. There's choices. Do you see what I mean? I'm even changing what I was planning on doing. So on here, you all know me well enough by now to know that I would probably put a flower or something in the middle of there, but I have got about 15 going on everywhere else. So we'll do a mini sentiment for the middle of there because we can. So Sending Sunshine, a note to say, Sending Sunshine every day. That's what we're going for.
Ah, nice.
That's what we're going for. Choices.
I love that. You can pick it up. You can just, and then you can read through them and boom.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can change it. So even the happy birthday one, by changing what's in the middle of it, you can change how it looks, how it feels. So we'll do a little bit of two-tone again. A little bit of two-tone. So Sending Sunshine every day. I'm not going to spend ages glittering. So you'll notice I use the circle blocks for all my small stamps. I very, very, very rarely get the stamping platform out for a smaller. Well,
for most occasions, you're using smaller stamps, aren't you? So they just work. They're so easy. They're so quick as well.
And it's just easy because they've got the groove on them. It just makes the job easy. So let's just pop that in the centre. And then we'll get this card.
Get your groove on with Phil's acrylic circles trio.
So now, look, we've got Sending Sunshine, which is beautiful, and it ties in nicely with the colours I've chosen for this card. But then when I pop that in the middle, we've changed the look of that sentiment. Again, I should have put a bit of glue on that, but there you go. So we've changed the look of it again, look. I love that.
It's so
love
gorgeous.
That you can do that. So the other one, where is it?
It's like I knew you were going to make that card today. With wearing the jumper. Coordinated.
We are coordinated. Where's that other circle? Oh, it's here. I'm going to leave this just plain. Yeah, so just plain, straight in the middle, with nothing on it. It's just going to have a big flower on at the bottom.
Lovely.
What a shocker.
Fill in a flower.
So this again, choices. So the circle die, we're going to pop that straight in the middle. So that now has become our stopper, which is why I put the border a little bit lower than halfway. Yeah, so we've got a bit of the embossing folder showing on both sides. And then my little bag of goodies, which is here, and I'll apologise to you because I don't think we've got any of the flower dies left. I do tell you every time I bring them. In fact, when I was planning the show, and this is the truth, when I was planning the show, and indeed my next show, we don't have enough flower dies left. Any of my
any of the flower dies have all gone. Gosh.
To TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to pop the big one at the bottom. I just need to, just give me a minute because I need to find.
All right, Medallion. Well, listen, I'll let you know how to get involved at home because we've got tons of you coming through for your bundle right now. It's jam-packed. I mean, you've got over 90 stamps in this collection. 5 stamp sets in total. They all coordinate. They all work well together. You can mix and match. You can use any of those coins in either of those, the medallion cards as well. So it's just fantastic. So many choices, so many options. And of course, it's sentimentally yours. So you know you've got the quality as well. The quality that's going to last, that's going to see you through, that's going to keep on giving you inspiration. I mean, there's so many different styles of card that you can make. Have a little look at that beautiful tag as well that you've got here. I think Michaela's got, it's gorgeous. You know, there's so many choices for you. Cards, home decor, beautiful tags, boxes as well if you're wanting to use them in scrapbooking too. And you've got a full angel policy, haven't you, Phill? So
yeah,
you can make and sell to your heart's content. That's it. There's a free phone number, 0800 001 4433 for you. And you've also got our website, of course, hobbymaker.com. And we've got our app, which is completely free to download as well. You've saved 10% on your brand new launch here today at HobbyMaker. And you know what? You can get it home on your split payment as well. So if that helps you out, you don't have to use it by all means. But if you'd like to, and it helps you, £34.85. There is no interest on that whatsoever. The other beautiful thing is we've got 1 P&P here at HobbyMaker all day long. In fact, right the way through till midnight tonight. So you can shop for as much as you like. You can check out as many times as you like, and you're only ever going to be charged £4.95 for your postage and packaging. But this collection is seriously spectacular, really varied, so many different styles, so many different choices for you. And of course, because of that, you've got value. Look, £69.70. You think about how many times you're going to use this across your crafting life. You know, it's incredible. We're talking about, what, 74p per stamp? It's just sensational. It's 93 stamps in total. That's just going to keep you crafting for a very, very, very long time. Yes, they work well together as well, and you can get the individual sets if you'd like to, but the best way to shop and the biggest saving of all is to get the bundle. And of course, then when Phill releases new collections moving forward that build on this one, you're going to have even more choices. And this is the great thing. With Sentimentally Yours, it keeps on growing, it keeps evolving. You're never stuck for inspiration, which is fabulous. Should we take a look and see how Phil's card is coming along?
I'm laughing because I'm like, yes, massively over-prepped. I'll show you in a minute. I've just got 2 more.
Oh, you're teasing us again. You have a big reveal on this one. It's fabulous.
So all I'm doing now is just adding the pretties, and this was something. Well, this is obviously something that you know me for now, but this is something that I always consider when I'm designing stamps, regardless of what the collection is, that it works for everybody and it works for whoever we're sending the cards to. So, I mean, I would love if somebody sent me this card, particularly because it's in yellow and orange, because they're my go-to colours. And funny story, I'll show you the 2 cards I did on Monday night in a minute. I'd messaged my design team and said, oh, what ink matches our whatever colour cardstock it was, and they told me loads and loads of options, and in the end I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not doing that. I changed my mind anyway. So stamps have to work hard. We all invest money in stamps, and if you take care of them, they're going to last you forever. So here we go. This is the first one finished. So let's just flip that over.
Oh my goodness me.
And can I just say that is super, super, super easy to do.
So beautiful, but look how effective it is.
It's very,
look
very
how gorgeous
pretty.
It is.
But it is super easy to do. So I've used, the only stamping on there is from the new release. We've got the Medallion. The Medallion is designed, as I mentioned at the beginning, to house the sentiment coins. So we've got the sentiment coin in the middle, but then we've got the option of using the small stamps in the sentiment coin or creating another layer on top of it, which is what I've done there. And then the little stamps to create the coordinating border down there. This is when you start to see the value in what stamps can actually do for you. Now, if you don't like yellow and orange, I don't do. It's very rare you'll see me do a pink or a purple card. but you do that in your colours.
Yeah.
And do you see where I'm going?
Is
Can I
it.
just quickly show you the two that I made on Monday night?
Yeah, please
So if
do.
you want to see me make these, you will see it on the YouTube channel. So I did the same card in using both
Wow, so
colours,
totally different colours.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So this is a really good way to show you how to use lots of elements from within the collection. So we've got here the vintage paraphernalia. This has been cut with one of the lead differently dies from series 1, yeah, so you've got little points on that. Wouldn't have mattered if I'd have done it with the stitch circles, because that would still fit.
Yeah, because it would still work.
We've got the brick wall texture die in the background, and I have paper pieced a little bit. Quintessentially quilted, but those little stamps, look, wherever they are, these little stamps, they're going to do
just so much,
I can't So I've used this one on the background here. Had I have used that one, it would be a whole new look again, or that one, a whole new look again. And then, so that is with the vintage paraphernalia, and this one is with the Floral Curios one. But aren't they just beautiful and really easy to do?
So it's easy, but you're creating something so beautiful that has such impact. It's amazing. And I've got to show you this one as well, which again is completely different again. But check this out. Whoa! You've got a light behind it as well. So we just, how incredible. Everything that you've created, Phill, and your design team, you know, it shows so many different styles, so many different, you could make badges with this, couldn't you? You could make coasters as well, maybe. There's just so much you can do with it. Honestly, I'm really excited for you, but you've got to check it out to guarantee your place, okay? Now, we've got some messages coming through. Colleen says, hi, I recently bought Phil's watercolour card, and it's the best I've ever used. That's Colleen in London. Beautiful. Well, if you'd like to get some of that, we've actually got some on today's show. It's £11.99 for 20 sheets as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So come on in and grab that if you'd like to. Thank you for your message, Colleen. We've also got a message from Janice. Hi, Janice. How you doing? She says, hi, Phill and Rosie. Just to say, because these flew out the door last time you were here, Phill. Just to say, the embossing powders are a dream to work with. So they're fantastic to look at as well, so thank you. Janice, they are beautiful, aren't they? Which ones did you go for? Thank you for all your messages. Keep them coming in. Phil's loving it too, isn't it? Yeah. Tell us all the reasons you love Phill. But actually, do you know what, Phill? We've got them on today's show, haven't we? These embossing powders have taken the world by storm, really, because you've got completely new colourways as well. So we've got the vintage range, okay, and I'll just pop these beautiful colours. Here we are. I'm just going to pop them all out front, and we're going to whiz through these today because we want to get Phil's second demo in with, of course, his brand new collection. But if you do want to stock up on any of these colours, here they are. You've got your beautiful summer honey, smoky quartz, baked aubergine, your olive vine, your blueberry crush, and your cracked pepper. Now, this is your vintage range. So just remind us as well, Phill, because you've got different levels of transparency and opacity with your embossing powders,
look at you. Transparency, opacity.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah, so the premium ones are transparent. They are
transparent.
So use them on white card or pale card, and they are like stained glass. So
okay, so that's the winter range and the brights range.
And the metallic, so the super fine ones, they are proper metallic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. That's your vintage range. All right. We've also got your winter range. And again, you know, beautiful colours that absolutely used for winter, but some of these colours you can be using all year round, frankly, can't you, as well, Phill?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really lovely. Just whiz through.
So the vintage ones are my favourites.
They are, aren't they? They're gorgeous. They're really, really beautiful. Here we go. Here's your winter range as well. So here you've got your berry red, you've got your new leaf, you've got your stone hearth, and then you've got your mulled wine. Oh, well, I can't wait for a glass of mulled wine. Nice mug of mulled wine. Pine cone, suddenly went from a glass to a mug, to great oak there as well. And again, these are your transparents in the premium embossing, the winter range. Then we've got your brights. I mean, I've just never seen some of these colours before, Phill, in embossing powders. You know, gold, silver, black, white maybe, but getting all these gorgeous, vivid, bright colours as well. Look at these. And do you know what, Phill, can you remember the date when you were last here?
I don't even know what. I only know it's Wednesday.
You were just back from your holiday. That might help.
So I've been back Oh, I don't know. It was
Which one, Kat?
It was 2 weeks ago.
30th of
There
October. If you want to see a demonstration on how to use these, if you go to our YouTube channel, 30th of October, you'll be able to see Phill making these.
I'm going to use them now.
Oh, are you? Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
there we go. Finally, we've got your essential range. So this is where you've got your beautiful metallics, you've got your gold, you've got your silver, and you've got your pure copper. And then you've also got your jet black, your crystal white, and your pure white as well. And just remind us the difference between the crystal white and the pure white.
So crystal clear is completely transparent.
Perfect.
So if you whatever ink pad you use, as long as you can put embossing powders over the top, that will give you a glossy finish in that colour.
Fabulous.
And pure white is pure white.
Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. So that's all your embossing powders there, all the sets of 6. Prices are on there for you. Go, 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 grab them. And Phill, go, 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 go.
Right, so we're going to
get your second demo.
We're going to do a completely different looking card now, yeah.
Okay.
And I've made myself some notes. You can remember I said to you at the beginning, use your circles and chop them up and turn them into corners. Well, that's exactly what I've done for this card.
Nice.
So I'm going to show you how I did that because I've used 3 different colours of embossing powder. But before I do that, we're just going to stamp in the background. So this, you're not going to see a lot of this because these are going in the corners, yeah? But I want to stamp. I want to stamp in the background with the one of the smaller stamps. So let's just choose. Let's choose. Oh, too many choices. Let's choose the one with the Eiffel Tower because we can.
Because you can.
Because we can, yeah. So I know that you're only really going to see the inside of this because that's where the corners are going to cover most of this up. So I'm going to do this super, super quick. We'll do first and second generation, so we get 2 different looks. So stamp, 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 stamp. It doesn't need to be straight. It doesn't need to be anything. It's just going to be in the background.
Oh, I love that.
So, stamp.
That immediately makes me feel happy seeing a postmark like that.
Say that again.
It immediately makes me feel happy because it makes you think of travel, makes you think of holidays and
it does,
weekends
yeah,
away.
It does. So I'm just trying to make sure I cover the bits that are going to be... There we go. It's not long till I go away.
Again? Hold on a minute, you've only just come back.
I'm going again.
Where are you? When?
And again...
When are you going?
A couple of weeks.
Oh, well, that's not allowed, is it?
Same place. I need to top up, Rosie. Look how pasty.
I know, you're looking so pasty, honestly. Yeah.
So can you see how easy this is to do? I'm literally just stamping. I'm not worried about it being straight or whatever. I'm just creating a background with this, yeah?
Look at that background.
And remember, this is a bonus. This is a bonus because I didn't have to put these little extra stamps in. This is just extra.
It's gorgeous.
Who
So
doesn't love
lovely.
extra? Imagine buying wrapping paper like this as well.
Oh, yes. That's the joy, isn't it? You're making your own gift bags, you're making your own
Yeah,
wrapping paper, you're making everything to coordinate and work together.
So let me just check that I've covered the areas that are going to be seen, and then we'll move on to the embossing. So this is a slightly more
Love that.
masculine
That's a
style.
great way of using the circles. Again, like the different things you can do.
So let's pop that to one side and let me show you how I did that embossing. So I've used 3 different colours of embossing powder on this card. I've used Blueberry Crush. Ironically, I think they're both from the vintage. So Blueberry Crush and Olive.
Oh, yeah. They're all from the vintage.
And also gold.
Ah.
So we're using three different colours.
Nice.
Now, if I was doing this at home, I'll be honest with you, I would probably just stamp this in the Versamark.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it in the Versify Clay because it shows you the detail of the stamp really, really well. So we're going to do the paraphernalia medallion. Something that I did forget to tell you, which is very naughty of me, which will help you when you get these home and you start stamping with them. These stamps are solid circles, so the middle of the stamp is actually stamp. It's the polymer as well.
Okay.
And I did that because if I'd have had that removed and put another stamp in there, for example, it's easy to distort the circle.
It'll become an egg.
So it just makes the job really, really easy for you.
You think of everything, don't you?
It's just experience and making mistakes myself. So top tips. So I would always suggest that you stamp and then cut afterwards. Yeah?
Okay.
Because it's easy to line these up once they've been cut. So I've got that on my stamping platform. Now, because it's a solid stamp, you're going to get air in the middle, yeah? Okay. So put it in position wherever you want it on your card, hold the bottom of your stamp, roll it back, and then just roll it back like that. And then no more air.
No more air.
Yeah, no more air, yeah. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter if you get a bit of ink in the middle because you're going to put a coin over the top. So when you ink these up, don't go all over like you would do normally. Just go around the stamp just to minimise in case you do get any ink in the middle. I really wouldn't worry about it, to be honest, because you're going to cover the middle of the stamp up anyway once you've done it. So let's just pop that on. And let's see if we've got enough on there. So I've only used this one, like I say, because you can see the detail in the stamp really, really well once I've done it. But I am going to emboss over the top of it in 3 different colours.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So that is the paraphernalia. I do just need to do this because if I don't, the VersaFine Clairs do stain a little bit if you don't clean them. And I like my things to be nice and clean. Right,
You're very good, very good. Do you do that at home as well?
So now we're going to do two colours. So we're doing the blueberry crush first. And I'm just doing this randomly, so we're just going to put some blueberry crush on, just random areas, yeah. And then we're going to go over that with the olive vine. You notice I didn't anti-static it, I should have done, but not to worry. So that's blueberry crush.
Your embossing powders, they've got anti-static in them.
They have, yeah, they have. But it is good practice to just use your anti-static bag and just minimise the risk of it going where you don't want it. So now I'm going to go over that with the olive vine over everything. So this is now going to pick up all the areas that didn't get the blueberry crush on. Can you see, look? I might not get this card finished, but at least I've shown you how to do trio embossing. How long have I got left?
Faith, Phil, I think.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. You can do it. You can do it.
It's hilarious. Oops. And then we're going to go on now with the gold. So just a little tip for you, if you are treating yourself to the embossing powders, remember the metallics are super, super fine. So any tiny gaps in here, any tiny gaps are going to be covered now with the gold. So what we will end up with is blue and green, but with a gold lustre. It's
beautiful.
So I'm going over the whole thing.
I don't think I've ever seen sort of a build-up like this with the embossing powders. It's really clever.
Have you not?
No.
Wow. So you can do this with the other ones as well. So you can do it with the any of the superfines. So we could have had silver as the highlight colour. And it's really, really subtle, but very, very elegant.
Gorgeous.
So I'm just going to heat this from above just to be quicker. I would normally heat emboss this from below, as you know.
Yeah.
So that it's smoother, but I'm just doing it from above just to be quicker.
Okay.
And I'll bring it in and show you in a second. I've chosen the biggest stamp.
I like it though. Go all in, go all in. Just while you're drying that, Phil, I'm just going to let you know, once again, how to get involved with this brand new and wonderful bundle of stamps from Phill Martin here today. Lots and lots have already come through with this. You've got 93 individual stamps. And the wonderful thing is, with those 93 stamps, you have got so much mixing and matching you can do, so many different ways to use them. You've got the right and the left, you've got that completely wonderful, personable and gorgeous way to use these stamps. You're never going to grow tired of them because you can do so many different things with them. Come on in, make sure you're dialing through 0800 001 4433. The font will all match through all the way, through the coins and through the medallions as well. All of those sentiments, the font is the same throughout. I mean, look at that, how stunning. Completely different. You're looking at 3 cards there. Every single one is unique. You can have a go at this as well. Let's have a look at that effect, Phill, that you've created.
Okay, so this is 3 colours, and if I just wiggle this for you,
nice.
You will see we've got the blue and green. Can you see we've got that lovely gold shimmer coming over there as well?
And it gives it that really beautiful vintage
it
kind of age effect, doesn't it?
Now you know why I love the vintage colours. So that's blue and green with a little shimmer of gold, and that's exactly what I've done on this card that we are going to try and finish.
Believe in you.
Oh, I'm glad you do. Right, let's get this laid.
Pete does too, don't you, Pete?
So what I wanted to do, I've prepped 4 completely different demos, yeah? What did you say? I didn't hear you, did I?
Say again, my darling.
I thought you said something and I didn't hear you.
I know, Pete's still not on speaking terms with you. But he did give a wink, he does believe in you.
So when you come to cut your medallion in 4, do it better than I did. I did mine by eye, so I know it's not perfectly straight. So literally just line it up on your guillotine.
Telling people they want to know.
You will know when I put this on. So let's just go to the corners, look. In fact, let's go to the other corner just to change up the look of this, because we can. Don't you love it when you can get things home and start being creative and it not look like you originally planned it to look? Like here, look, I can see that's not straight, so that will be fixed in a minute.
Emma's written in, she said, fantastic new products from Phill, as always, and fantastic samples from the design team. Well done, Phill. They are incredible. I mean, honestly, we could spend an hour going through all the samples, couldn't we? There's so many.
Well, remember, they're all on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. Yeah. So every one of the samples from the design team and myself, they're always on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page.
You're like me, you hum when you're looking for something.
I'm looking for my 4th corner.
Your 4th corner.
Well, I can't, Kat, but
I
found it.
You got it.
So this is just another way of how you can use them, which I think is really rather fabulous.
Well, I just know if you can use them with your nesting dice as well, that you don't see the weight. You know, you've got some different
so many
shapes
different ways. So many different ways. Let me just trim off that bit that's not straight, because that will just make my eyes funny. There we go. Job done. I knew it was a little bit skew-iffy when I did it. Right, let's just put this on with glue gel just to save a bit of time. I've got some gears on here, which is very naughty of me because I know we haven't got those dies, so I'm not going to put them on.
Honestly.
I know, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry.
All the way through.
I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Let's just pop this on.
Do go on to the Sentimentally Yours brand page on our website as well, because you'll be able to stock up on any of your essentials. There's loads more on there, actually. And, of course, in fact, there's the nesting dies we were talking about, some of them. So you can go and grab those if you'd like to. But, yeah, it's all included in your 1P&P. So it's just brilliant. You can help yourself.
So now we're going to finish the centre. So remember I said we've done a very pretty girly card, and we're now doing a slightly more grungy. I don't like to say masculine cards because who's to say what it is, but that's kind of the vibe you're getting because of the colours I've chosen. So let's pop that in the middle. You can see I've used the brick wall texture die on here, and I've paper pieced a few little elements. So this is why I didn't worry about the middle look.
Oh, nice.
So paper pieced a few of the little bricks in there.
It's so decorative. It looks like fine lace, doesn't it, when you're looking at it?
It does a little bit, yeah, when you look at it from a distance.
Yeah. I think that's what's exciting. Then you get up close and you see all the other little details in there as well.
And we've got Happy Anniversary just in the centre, and I'm going to stop there.
Beautiful. He's done it.
So
You've done it. You've got 2 demos in. Woohoo.
2 finished cards
2 finished cards in 1 hour. Well done,
More importantly, completely different to each other.
Yeah, that's it.
Move my mouse. Shall I just put these side by side? So
oh, yes, please. That'd be fantastic.
This is why I like stamps.
Yeah.
Completely different. Same collection, completely different.
Completely different.
So it's very clever.
It's so beautiful. It's such an amazing system, and you can create these and so much more as well. Have a play, have fun with it, but you've got to have it in your basket. You've got to check it out to guarantee your place. We've got loads of you coming through. Well done. Phill is going to be back at 4 p.m. with more demos, more inspiration. We're going to get 2 more ready to gone. Oh, you're going to do it. I know
we
you
are going to do it.
Don't go anywhere, because we have the wonderful Pete from Sizzix up next. Oh, you want to see? Can we show that from a distance? Do that again, Pete. I love it. He's up next with a fantastic collection from Tim Holtz. Don't go anywhere, because you are going to love this.